What's going on, guys? Living here. Hope you guys are doing all well. We got some Frontlines on Ballroom Blitz that just came out not too long ago, so I thought I'd give that a little bit of a try. Try something out a little bit different before we got the new Name of the Czar coming out tomorrow, which I'm definitely hyped about. Definitely been looking to play that, but come over here play a little more Frontlines, and I haven't been back at this since it came out for, I think, Novel Nights was the last time I did some Frontlines for that, and that was pretty cool on Novel. But definitely excited to see a little bit of it on the more popular maps, the vanilla maps, such as seeing it come to Amiens and Argonne Forest, and now over here to Ballroom Blitz. Playing this map definitely makes me feel like I'm ready to have Zurishan to play with, just because I love the building right there in the middle of Ballroom Blitz, and just having that building you can play around with, and then just to know that kind of gets me more just excited just for the fact that you have a much larger building that will be hopefully the center focus of that map. We'll see how that map turns out in the retail version of the game. If you guys remember that we played on the CTE, it was kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a lot of back to what was it called, Suez type of gameplay there, where you get yourself spawn trapped. So we'll see how it ends up turning out. Picking up the Cavalry class, trying to bring it back a little bit. I skipped a little bit part from the very beginning of the game. I kind of spawned in here where the game was already started, and I'm trying to see what I could do, see if we can somewhat bring it back to make it somewhat, competitive or something. I don't know. It's just hopefully we just don't get crushed. Yeah, some of these frontline games you come in towards too, when they're already started, they're basically almost over with when you get in. So feel more, I don't know, I guess you could say I'm getting a little more used to using the Cavalry class as a class, just because I've been using it a lot on Lepko Pass. So feeling a bit more confident. I get stuck here challenging this one guy longer than I should have, though. And that kind of is a little bit my downfall right here. But yeah, definitely more confident using the Cavalry class. It's one of those classes where it's like, I just come around to a little bit later than I probably should have, and I realized, hey, this is a pretty solid class, and I just, but yeah, it's still, I still like using my assault class. I'll still primarily play assault, but when you're playing a game like Frontlines here, we're not dealing with vehicles, there's really no point, really, right? So I like using my assault class mainly more just because I can take out vehicles easier, and that's kind of been always the reason why I went assault class above probably a medic class, because I kind of like rifles and using rifles more, but I just felt killing tanks would be a little bit more important than me resing people. So that's just kind of my playstyle, how I've done it. But since we're over here on Frontlines, we don't have to deal with that. We'll be fine over here. Still, obviously, as you can tell right here, not not used to using this class on this map at all. Because yeah, obviously you see that I get myself stuck up there by the little fence. But yeah, fortunately, there's no one around there to like do a weird, AT rocket gun on me or something like that. But yeah, definitely gonna try to use this up here a little bit more. See if I can maybe do some, especially getting up top on these, climbing up these ladders right here, because they're always just waiting for you, right? So I'm hoping maybe just a little bit extra armor or something will give me a little bit more of an advantage. But I fortunately run right into this guy and I couldn't even see him, so I don't even bother. I drop down. Sometimes I just point blank miss with my pistol, so I don't. It's still like very kind of rough using the pistol right here, but let me know, guys, if you're having a problem too with walking in that gate right there. I've had that gate wide open, I can't walk through it, so I wonder if we got a bug going on or something like that, or I'm pretty sure we do, because that was kind of strange. I was trying to go through the gate, but I couldn't. And yeah, just let me know about down below if you guys are having that same problem. So this scout just comes out of nowhere and just comes up right behind me. So I'm flanking a lot. That's kind of what I when I was playing a lot of Novel Nights, Frontlines, if you watch my video about that, I talk about trying to stay on the actual flag, and then I was just watching my teammates just struggle so much, so I started flanking, and that kind of helped my teammates out. But a lot of this game, I just stick to flanking basically the whole game, and I'm not sure how well that was a good of a strat. It's sometimes kind of hard because I kind of like to figure out whatever my teammates are doing, I'll like adapt to it. So if my teammates are flanking, I'll go on the flag, or if my teammates are going on the flag, I'll flanking, just to try to fill in the gap what my teams aren't doing. And I'm not sure how well I actually do with this game. I guess I just more wanted to get some, just kind of play some Ballroom Blitz and just get some footage of this and check it out and see what it's all about. But yeah, I unfortunately had just earlier swapped out of my own my own squad. Sometimes what I'll do is to if I find it's kind of like our team stagnant, and you're in a game where you have everyone's in their own squad and there's no other squads at all you can join, I'll sometimes just get into my own squad just to mix it up a little bit, and see if maybe people want to swap squad or something like that. Just kind of give us a little bit of maybe some type of little edge. I don't know. Let's always try to do something differently once I die and I figure out something's not working, you know. But unfortunately, someone joined the game, and they just went in that squad, and so I think the rest of the game here I have a hard time getting into a squad at all, actually. So, but yeah, I'm gonna push up over here. I got some smoke. He's not gonna see me. Smarter job. He ran all the way back, so this dynamite didn't really do anything for him. I probably could have thrown a further away smoke, which would have been a little bit more helpful. Because now I'm in a kind of a dicey situation right here. Or yeah, I'm just in that area of reloading right there. I should have pulled out my put out my gas. I would have been in better shape right there. Would have put out the gaster. So, but yeah, with that new pistol coming out for the name of the czar, I forget what it's even called, but that one-shot pistol, I think I might actually stick with the gaster when it comes around towards it, just because how my playstyle is. Like playing such short range assault class weapons, like they're already going to be pretty much damaged pretty low for me, so I don't really need that. I don't really need that high power damage for a pistol when it comes to that. I think I'm just gonna probably stick with the gaster. As much as that weapon's a beast, I think I'm gonna stick with the gaster just because if I miss with that weapon, it takes me forever to recharge and reload to reshoot again. And you know, I don't really need to have that, you know, in exchange for a higher power, you know, weapon when really people are already down to, you know, 50 some, you know, hit points left, and all I really need is just a, you know, just a couple shot, like one shot with a gaster, he'll be fine. So, unfortunately, these guys just popped out of nowhere. Trying to flank from behind again, kind of give our teammates a little bit of an edge to come up there, push it down, towards, what is that over there? Is that we were at C? Is that gonna move over there to D or something like that? Not really sure what the name of the flags are. It's just, but yeah, it's yeah, it's trying to push down over there where that pond is at, and give us a little bit of an advantage. I think I would say I don't know. I'm kind of always torn between which one I like more, Frontlines or Operations. Operations does have that larger battle, that 32 versus 32, which is what I like. I mean, if I had the choice of it, as much as I'm not sure how, if it wasn't buggy, wasn't laggy, and yeah, I mean, I would be down. Go up as many players as you want. I would love to try to experience and try it out, just to see how cool it would be if you could get a games where like you got 100 versus 100 or whatever, how high it could go up. But I mean, I don't know what the you know, lag would be like in that game, or what it would be. So if it's not playable, it wouldn't be fun. But I'm always down for the larger, you know, larger player capacity type of games. But just the way it's kind of centric around one flag here kind of keeps it very kind of fast paced in a sense with the playing on Frontlines. So it's, you know, not too bad, and definitely I kind of like the kind of tug of war battle going on, where it's just not you know, kind of a one-sided, you know, your attack and other side your own defense. So I don't know, I kind of get torn in between, but definitely happy they're bringing out these maps and still bringing them over to the vanilla servers, and as well the fact that they're bringing the ones that obviously they have to be paying attention to the population count, or the popularity of the maps through the voting systems that they have now. I think I was reading a comment that a dev post on Reddit talking about how I think that the most popular, by far, I think the most popular map is Amiens by far. And so, yeah, it's kind of interesting to kind of see that. So obviously that's probably the reason why that they put Amiens as one of the first front lines to do it. Probably Organic Force would make sense to be number 2. And then if you could figure out probably the next 2 after that, I can't imagine Ballroom Blitz not being, you know, 3 for sure, if not 4. So, but yeah, definitely stoked to get excited for tomorrow about Name the Czar coming out and what's going to be going on there. I'm definitely excited to play the other 2 maps that are there. If you guys haven't seen or haven't heard about it, if you're out of the loop a little bit, there is definitely 2 more maps they're going to be bringing out, and that is going to be pretty sick to play those. I was watching some other people who were able to see those maps and play those maps from Gamescom, because those maps, of course, didn't make it to CTE. They were kind of hiding them and keeping them to the last second to give it to us, so they didn't reveal everything to us through the CTE. But seemed to be more open field maps and more maps around tank battles. So we'll see how that plays. I haven't really had a map in a while where I've been like using the tank like really hardcore. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time since that. It's been think about when March came around. I was using some tanks around sometimes when I played maps like Rupture or Soy Suns. But after I got like heavy in the Trench Raider kit, I kind of left those things and started using the Trench Raider kit. But now that those maps are back out, we might see some tank battle coming back to my channel. So we'll see how that works out. They have a pretty good tank, not the best tank, but I still like using vehicles from here every once in a while, like tanks and whatnot. But it would be interesting to kind of use my heavy tanks, like mainly it's been a while even since I've even used like things like a heavy tank. So yeah, we'll see how that turns out and whatnot. Haven't heard anything about an elite class coming. I know there's been talks about an elite class, but I'm not sure. Probably going to come out next DLC because there was nothing that was in the CT about it. Kind of bummed a little bit about that. That this is, from what I've heard, there's not going to be no. There's going to be no elite class coming out, so that's kind of a bummer. But you know, because I just had so much fun with the other elite class, and just the elite classes in general is just, I think, always kind of fun to play with. So yeah, kind of a bummer. But I'm pretty sure they'll be coming out with a new one later on. So I'm gonna go again and grab the cavalry class over here, see if I can make something out of nothing again. We're kind of just barely holding on here. We weren't really able to get in a good position to push up there over by B, or yeah, it's B. I had them all flipped around. C is the one we're capturing right now. So yeah, B. I want to kind of flank behind on the side to give us more of an advantage, more of a push. But yeah, I think that first time when I died with my horse when I was in the cavalry class and this guy popped out of nowhere, kind of hurt me a little bit. So. But yeah, I definitely I'm kind of a little bit more surprised again, man. Smoke I think would really be helpful for these pushes, man. If your whole team had a bunch of smoke, you'd easily be able to push up in, you know, in between the oh, this is terrible right here. I was just like, what? There's just, I couldn't believe this. It was fortunate. There's just yeah, just barbed wire everywhere, and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So but yeah, what I was trying to say was, if you have a bunch of team that smoke, man, I can't imagine these front lines and, you know, even operations, like I can't imagine that not, you know, help it at least evens the playing field like so much. And what I mean by that is, like, when someone's able to set up and, you know, get these people with their bipods and you know, weapons that are needed for them not to be moving, but they need to be prone or something like that, or up against a wall. I mean, they're in a better situation where they can just defend and wait for you and shoot you and whatnot. So, you know, if they get the high ground or the, you know, the positioning better, they're gonna do work on you. But if you throw a bunch of smoke, right, and you just get up right into their face, you cause so many problems, because now, as much as the smoke is going to hinder your eyesight from seeing them, it's going to hinder theirs as much as yours too. So you basically made the you know, the playing field equal, rather than having them advantage where they're able to sit back and defend and wait for you to come. So so very surprised smoke isn't used more about it. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. I still recommend, I think, especially on Frontline, it seems like when you're trying to push out, just throw a bunch of smoke out, and I mean, it'll at least get you out if you use it right. So, or at least give you a better. I just feel like it gives you a little bit of better advantage. As much as those grenades and some of those grenades can be helpful, and they do help. It's just a different style of play, but I mean, ever since I moved over to smoke, I've been, I don't know, it just felt like I might as well keep going with it rather than just keep with my grenades. I find myself gets me out of more like chaos area, especially with my short range weapon and everything like that. So it's definitely nice to have a little bit of that. So come back over and flank. Like I said, basically the whole game I just stuck to flanking. It's because like I said, the last Frontlines games I played was just so, teammates are so focused on the core off the flag that I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna flank, and that's what got us out of those games. So I definitely kind of kept it up with this. You know, probably looking back at it now, I probably could have been at the flag a little bit more, and maybe some certain situations. I think I tried to, like, I wanted to go push with that cavalry class. I think that's what more hurt me than the flanking part. I can imagine if flanking didn't help me. I think more I just kind of had some unfortunate cavalry class situations there where I died, where I could have gotten myself in better positioning. So I think it was more positioning than the lack of being on the flag. The teammates were on the flag pretty much. Like, look, they capped that pretty quick. So, but I mean, I've just killed like 6 guys right there, right, just by flanking right there. So. And I'm pretty sure it's like, was it 20, 25, or 20 versus 20 or something like that. So, you know, I'm doing somewhat about a good amount of damage, and at least getting people off the off the center right there, and then stopping them from now they're up on top, and at least stopping them from you know, getting as many, you know, extra positions as much as they can. So but yeah, there's the gasser right there, why I kind of like pulling that out. So cause I mean, I'm not sure if I would have gotten that. I mean, that guy was full health, of course, but you know, a little bit a second ago you saw the other guy that had to shoot, that he was kind of weak. But I don't know, I feel like the other pistol isn't, I don't know, I don't feel like it would be more beneficial. I think that might be more beneficial maybe for like medic classes or whatnot, where they put maybe one shot on you and they're out of their weapon, they don't have any more shots in their weapon, so they've only put, like, you know, maybe 15-20 damage on you, then they pull that pistol out and can finish you off. I think that might be a little bit better. I'm not sure about even if for a scout class that would be a good idea, because scout class with their weapon, they're going to put 90 damage on you or something like that. So all they really need is probably more of an accurate pistol, you know, than in more of a long range of a pistol. That's what I would think. I mean, again, I'm not any of these, like, you know, I don't play many of these classes very often. That's kind of how rationalizing I would rationalize it. But yes, I could see more maybe medic classes than using this more than you know, than using it for the assault class or something like that. So but yeah, here again, this is whether playing assault class or not. I'm all cavalry class right now lately, so run past this guy, and I still don't even bother using my sword once I pull it out. Still don't even bother even using it, just because I don't know, just haven't gotten used to using that yet. So just still sticking to being on the ground and whatnot. So I'm definitely gonna try to. Do I push up here? I think I might probably try to push up here. Yeah, I feel like I have some armor. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit more. Battled this guy a little bit longer than I would have liked to. I always feel like that first shot should hit, but it doesn't. But fortunately, I'm able to take him out. So, but definitely feel a little more and more confident using the rifle when it comes to this weapon. Just kind of understand its range, and you know, it's always nice when you begin to realize what the you know, what the hit marker is going to be like for what range and how much damage you're going to do on it and whatnot. But for this weapon, I don't know, it's pretty good for what it is. So that guy, I knew his team was going to come around and try to heal him, so I was kind of waiting for him. Good thing my teammates had some damage on him there too, so it wasn't that much of any shots I needed to take him out. So, but yeah, I guess situations like this, where I just, like, that's a lot of misses right there when you're trying to shoot someone right up close. It's weird. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but it seems like sometimes the people who don't move can be like the hardest people to shoot. So but yeah, so I see him over there, and this is why I'm kind of like, maybe I should push a little bit closer flag, because I don't want to be up here just, you know, even though I'm losing a very good position for us to capture C. It's very important to have that high ground right there. We're like, you know, who cares if we don't cap C? If I don't have D, we don't have anything. So getting shot from behind, so I come around here to see what exactly is going on. But realizing my teammates have this, I'm gonna stop the guys who want to come up from behind me, and I get a good shot right there. That was nice. Might have missed this one a little too quick of a quick scope, but I got that first shot on him, and that was all that I needed. So now I'm gonna handle a scout and a medic class right over here that was not expecting to show up right now. So that was a little bit fortunate. I hadn't really reloaded yet. And good thing there's like a flare or spot, or I think it's not even a spot. I think that's what I think they're. I'm not really sure. Like, Frontlines is still very kind of noobish for me, but I'm pretty sure that when we cap a base, it kind of highlights where everyone's at really quick or something like that. So I think that's why he was on my mini map. I think, because I don't think there was a flare that popped up around me anywhere. So, so that's kind of interesting, kind of like how the operation and things work. So now I'm just gonna rush this guy right over here. As much as kind of that was a little bit risky with his positioning and what he had, but that kind of worked out well for me. So, but yeah, we're kind of running out of time here, so it's a little bit fortunate. Look at that shot! Like I don't even know how much health did I have there. I wasn't even paying attention, so I wonder how much health I had going on there, where he just like one shot me in the head, which felt like that was. But yeah, we're running out of time here. Only got 2 minutes left. It's kind of I don't know. I don't know, like, those days, man, when they didn't have the time limit on here, just, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Like, you always wonder what these games would have been to turn out like if you get a win out of it or whatnot. But those are some epic battles right there. I don't know, I feel like I kind of feel like they should leave a server on, or one server. I'm sure you can do this in custom games, or do they have custom games for that? I don't know. I haven't really gotten into seeing who runs Frontlines in custom mode and if that's much of a game there, but that would be kind of interesting to kind of see, like, if there's still servers out there. That'd be fun, I think, a little bit. Every once in a while, I kind of want to kind of see, like, play one game and see how long you can go for. Like, not in the sense of, like, time-wise, but, like, play out these games where, you know, they're kind of going back and forth and kind of wait for the battle to break, or just kind of wait for your endurance to break as well, too. Like, see how many people will leave or whatnot. Yeah, it's like, I still remember, like, old, like, playing, games that were, I forget what they call, like, if anyone was on Xbox, you used to play like Halo Wars, those strategy games, those RTS, real-time strategy games, something like that. Some of them would just go for so long sometimes, and yeah, you just kind of would almost like outlast it. If you just physically just keep playing out and outlast the enemy player, maybe he'd have to quit because he has to go do some or something like that. So I'm sure that happened when the Frontlines mode like went off, and when it first got started, when They Shall Not Pass came out, and they were having these massive, really long battles. But yeah, just basically it there for you guys. That was it. That was not much to say in these battles. Just kind of having a hard time, and played a couple games of played a couple games of Ballroom Blitz. Just couldn't get a win. Just spawning into them kind of with they're kind of almost halfway over, and yeah, unfortunately wasn't able to get much out of that. And a lot of flanking. Like I said, I wasn't sure if that was maybe the best call or whatnot, but you know, Frontline's kind of a game that I just kind of check her out, kind of play around with. Not too much of a strategy game where I go out like really hardcore like I do in Conquest. But yeah, definitely just wanted to do some of that, let you guys know. If you guys haven't heard about it already, with all the Twitter and all the stuff they've been talking about lately, that yes, this is on the vanilla maps for Ballroom Blitz. And yeah, that's basically it for you guys today. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys again later. Peace.